Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsjuice.com, and today we have the Redmi 1S with us. This device is going to be an affordable phone which is going to come in India. It is going to be the direct competitor for the Motorola Moto E, which is already there in the market. This device has been priced for 6,999, that is 6,999, which is exactly the same price for which you will be able to buy Moto E as of now from Flipkart. This device will also come to Flipkart, but not now. Mi3 is going to come before this one. That is a Snapdragon 800 device for which we have done a hands-on. You can see that on our channel. So let's talk about this device. Again, I'm sorry because I have a pink color of this device, which I totally regret because I normally don't do the pink color phone reviews. Anyways, we don't have any option as of now. So this is how it looks like. So you have a bezel which is in pink. You have the touch capacitive buttons which are there on the front. Again, these touch capacitive buttons, okay, they do have backlit, I guess. Let me just confirm this. So okay, so these touch capacitive buttons, they do not have backlit, and you have a camera over there on the front. On the top you have a 2 megapixel camera. At the rear you have an 8 megapixel camera with LED flash. It is an autofocus camera. You do have a secondary microphone for noise cancellation. You have the loudspeaker over here, which is slightly on the edge, on the curved edge. So again, if you place this device like this on a table, the sound will get muffled a bit, but it will not get blocked. When we take a look over the edges, we have the glossy back cover on this device, which can be removed. So you can remove the back cover and you can also remove the battery. You have the power and sleep key and the volume rocker over there. Both of these buttons are plastic buttons, so they will give you good amount of feedback, and they have the same finish as far as the back cover is concerned. So once you remove the back cover, I can show you the phone from the back side. This is how it looks like. As far as battery goes, so battery on this device is something which I am not too sure, but it should be a 2000 milliampere hour battery. I will confirm that later on. So we have two SIM card slots which will accept both two normal size SIM card. The first SIM card will support 3G and the second one may not support 3G. We will confirm that later as well. So we have a micro SD memory card slot over here, and we have just got a confirmation that the second SIM card slot will not support 3G. The first one will. When we take a look over the battery, I can show you the battery over there, and let me just confirm how much is this in terms of the milliampere hour rating. Okay, it is a 2000 milliampere hour battery which is written over there. So this is how it will look like. Again, the build quality of this device is not that great as you might have seen on the Xiaomi Mi3. This is a kind of a plastic phone with a plastic back cover which is pretty okay, but again it is glossy and it will get a lot of fingerprints and scratches over time. This is something I can say. You have a nice shiny edge over here which is kind of a, you can say, also painted in a pink color fashion, so that to make a proper look and feel. So again, this device will not only come in pink color, it will also come in black and white color as well. So you will have different color options to choose from. On the front you have the nice metallic earpiece over there. You have the proximity and ambient light sensors as well on this device. You have the touch capacitive buttons, and when we talk about the UI, it is running on the MIUI 5 version 5 as far as the software is concerned. So it looks like a decent phone. You have a micro USB port for data syncing and charging at the bottom. You have a primary microphone over there. The buttons at the top, you have a 3.5 audio jack. On this side you have nothing, no ports, no connectivity. So this is how the phone looks like. The phone is slightly heavy in terms of the weight. This is something which I can feel for the first time. I'm not sure about the exact weight, but it is definitely heavy as compared to the other phones which are there. When we talk about the hardware which is powering this phone, the hardware is a 1.6 GHz quad-core processor. Let me just turn on the phone again. And when we talk about the RAM, so okay, the phone is already turned on, and when we talk about the RAM, it has 1 GB of RAM on this device, which is definitely a good thing, and you have 8 GB of internal memory. This is how the UI look like. One thing I can say about the screen is an IPS LCD display, and this IPS LCD display will give you pretty good viewing angles. And when we talk about the smudges, you will get a lot of fingerprints and smudges over time on the display, which will be visible. So this is how it will look like. When we talk about viewing angles, the viewing angles are good but not great. This is something I can say at least. And the UI is the MIUI, which is actually a better UI to use because it is customized in such a way. However, I do not see that much of customization which I have seen on the Xiaomi Mi3. So this one is also customized to make it look different, but again you can always apply the Indian theme which should be there on this device. I can just take a look at it. So we do not have the Indian theme as of now on this one, but we do have an Indian theme which is showing Taj Mahal and other things, especially from India, which looks good. This is how the display looks like. And again, when we talk about the UI is customized and it is optimized in such a way that it runs on this hardware quite smoothly. When we talk about the processor, you have a 1.6 GHz quad-core processor, Snapdragon 400 chipset, 8228 chipset. And when we talk about the GPU should be Adreno GPU. It should be 320 GPU, I guess, but I'm not too sure. But I will confirm this later on as well. I do not have the exact specifications of this device available with me as of now, at least. So taking a look over the home screen, this is how the home screen looks like. You can increase and decrease the home screen as well. So you can add more home screen in case you want to. And this is how it looks like. You can access the widgets. So there is a UI which is very much optimized on this device. So you can have different widgets, wallpapers. You can have different animation effects as well. All this you can do. Let's take a look over the notification of toggles. So this is how the toggles will look like. Toggles are there. One thing which I can say is that the sunlight visibility of this display is not that great. As you can see, a lot of reflection on the display. You do have some option over here to control the brightness. We do have toggles over here for the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth connectivity, GPS and other things. I can go to the notification. We do not have any notifications as of now. Let's go to the settings and I can show you the settings for this device. So about phone, if we take a look, the about phone shows that this device has a model number of HM1SW, which is Redmi 1S, and we have Android 4.3 on this device, not KitKat, which is definitely not bad, which is definitely not too great, I would say, because Motorola Moto E coming for the same price has KitKat preloaded, whereas this one does not have it. When it comes to the processor, you have 1.6 GHz processor, 1 GB of RAM. When it comes to 8 GB of internal memory, out of which approximately 4.51 is going to be available to the user, and we are not sure how much of that is actually, how much of the RAM is actually available on this device. Let's take a look over the storage information as of now. So let's talk about the storage, and for that we will need to go into general settings, and over here I can show you the storage settings again. So on this device, out of 8 GB you get around 6.14 usable memory, out of which approximately 4.51 is available to the user, and we have not installed any applications or anything. When we talk about the SD card, you do have SD card support on this device, so you can insert an SD card, which we showed you, a micro SD card, and you should be also having an option for OTG. So USB storage is also supported on this device, which is a good thing, and this is, I guess, same across all the Xiaomi phones, but again we will confirm that later on. So when we talk about the buttons, so these are the buttons layout. You can actually change the functionality of these buttons to do certain things over here under the button settings on this phone, which is definitely a good thing. When we talk about the application scenario, I can show you the application, and before that let me just show you the display settings. So over here you have the display settings. You do have automatic brightness also supported on this device, and when we talk about wallpapers, we do have all these wallpapers supported. You can actually load different custom wallpapers as well on this device. You have the option of controlling the pulse light notification, which is actually the LED notification light. You do have an LED notification light over here on the top, on the front bezel, and you can control that. You can disable that as well in case you want to, but again it will not waste much of your battery. You have controls over here for the notification. You can specify how the notification should look like. You can control everything, and you can also specify in case you have a slow speed connection, you can specify the interface. You do have do not disturb mode as well. Location access is also there. You can use this phone for GPS navigation as well without any issues, and you do have support for tethering and portable Wi-Fi hotspot. So you have support for USB tethering, Wi-Fi hotspot you can create with the portable hotspot option over there. You do have support for Bluetooth tethering as well. So all this looks like this phone has almost all the features you will need, and the kind of hardware it is getting, especially for the price, is something which is better as compared to the Moto E, because Moto E is running on the Snapdragon 200 chipset, whereas this one is running on the Snapdragon 400 chipset for the same price. It has a bigger display, pretty okay viewing angles, not too great viewing angles I would say, but still good enough in terms of the hardware. The phone slightly feel heavy in terms of the weight, but again that is going to be there. Let's take a look over the camera now, and I will take a photo of my iPhone 5, which I always do. So this is how the camera UI look like, and once I take a photo of my iPhone 5 I can show you. So this device does have an autofocus camera at the back, which autofocus, and you do have tap to focus as well. All this you can do. You can also enable and disable the flash. I can show you the front camera view as well. So this is how the front camera view will look like. You can do a pretty good quality of video chat. Again, not a high definition video chat, but pretty decent quality of video chat you can do from the front camera, which is definitely a good thing. And I can show you the options over here. You have filters, audio you can turn off, and I can go into settings to show you the resolution. So the capture frame is 4:3, you can change it to 16:9 as well, and when the picture quality is concerned, it is standard. However, this one does not lift the resolution at which it is taking. We will confirm that later, what is the exact resolution. Let me just go back to the rear camera. I can show you this photo which I have clicked. So this is how the photo will look like. This photo looks good, not too great in terms of the you can say color production. The color production could have been better, but again, this is pretty okay, I would say, not bad as well. The details are also okay, not too great, but again, the camera on this device perform pretty okay, I would say, at this price point. Not too great, but better than the Moto E camera, obviously, if we talk about the camera performance. So taking a look over the phone dialer, I can show you the phone dialer as well. This is how the phone dialer look like. On the phone dialer, you do not have the option of making a video call, which is something which I will miss. And when we talk about the messaging application, this is how the messaging application look like, and I can create a new message over here to show you the keyboard. So this is how the keyboard look like. It is a QWERTY keyboard, and you do have swipe to type. So you do have two different kinds of keyboard supported. You have Google keyboard also coming pre-installed on this one, and you also have swipe to type keyboard, which is definitely a welcome thing, I would say. So swipe to type is supported with the help of the third-party keyboard, which will come pre-installed, and you have Google keyboard as well. You can change the language as well. Again, one thing which Xiaomi has actually confirmed is that they will be working on the MIUI to make it more closer to the Indian people out there. So you will see this UI running in your own native language. They're also working on different Indian languages as well. So you might see a Hindi language keyboard as well as some other languages keyboard on this phone as far as the UI is concerned. So this is all we have as far as the quick hands-on preview of the Xiaomi Redmi 1S. This is a pretty decent phone for the price. The hardware is definitely a welcome, better than the Moto E. So all this is good about this phone. A slightly heavy phone, but still pretty good for the kind of money which you will spend. You do have the option of playing almost any high definition games on this phone as well. The storage is again not too low. You do have micro SD memory card slot, but we cannot confirm whether you can actually install applications from the micro SD memory card. Let me just take a look over the settings. I can show you the same. Maybe if it has that option, we will take a look. So once we go into storage, we do not have the option of changing the default write disk. That means even if you insert an SD card, you may not be able to install applications on the SD card, but you might be able to move some apps and data from the phone memory to the SD card. So that's all from us as far as the quick hands-on preview of this device. Do let us know if you have any specific question for this one. You can like this video. This video will help you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.